Okay. So basically, guys, we have to go to this URL, and which is also accessible to this PDF file that you will get access to once you will download this file from Dropbox. So this is the URL. So once you will go to this site, you will see that this is what Manzur and the team were talking about. That the prerequisite, and Nikita, for you as well. You make sure that you download this GRE first, and this is pretty easy. You just open a Google and just type download GRE 8, and you go there, and you basically make sure that you are installing the 64-bit version. So you accept the license there, 64 version here. Just download the exe file, and then it's pretty smooth. It just runs everything, and then you're all set. You don't have to do anything else. Unlike
Okay.
all right. And then once you're done, then I haven't done any of these things, memory settings or Microsoft VC runtime, blah blah blah. I think this is for something that maybe if you run into issues, then you can try these things. But other than that, I just jumped straight into get an installation of Eclipse Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I click on this Eclipse ID for Java EE developers. So I went to that, and basically I downloaded the 64-bit version. So Windows 64-bit version. That's what I clicked on, and I think went to the IBM site for download. So I clicked on the IBM version, and that's it. I think clicked. Manzar, did you do the same steps, or did you went somewhere else?
I did different selected by default itself.
Yeah.
This is
So
selected.
this is where you need to come in, and then guys, you just click on download button, and then you click on Windows 64, and then once you click Windows 64, you will go there, and then click on direct link to the file, and it will start downloading. Okay. Hi. So now I'm starting to walk you guys through this SSH setup. So what you need to do is basically just go to uh, download the SSH. So search for download SSH. I'm sorry, download uh, PuTTY, and then click on, for example, this putty.org link. And if you go further down, you can just actually click the first version, download a putty. So you can download a putty here. And over here, you see multiple versions. So you need to download not only putty, but you also need to download putty gen. And these are just straight exe file. They will just get downloaded, and you don't need any installation. You just click on it, and they will start running for you. I'm not gonna do it right now because I already have these installed on my machine. But this is it. This is this. Okay. Once you are done with that, then you will basically go to your machine, and then this is putty here. You'll click on it, and then it will open it up. But before that, let's talk about certificates. So I have shared on the Dropbox. Are you guys still seeing my machine, my screen, and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, this is a Dropbox that I have shared. And AWS key is one folder that you will have an access to. You will click on that, and then this is the file that you guys have an access to, SAP HANA version. And what you need to do, the first step is that make sure you copy this to your local machine, and then you click on this putty gen thing. The idea is that you need to that file that you have an access to is a private file, and you need to convert. You need to actually make a uh, public key out of that private key that you can use on your machine for communication between the server and this. So guys, it's very, very important that you don't let that private file, this file, get an access to anyone else outside our team. uh, Whoever has an access to this file, he can create a public key for himself out of it, and then he is into our server with no password, because the whole concept of certificate is that once you created the public and private keys, and you start exchanging it, you don't require any other password. You just are all set, and it's only used for machine to machine communications, where you don't require, entering the password, etc., manually. So please make sure that you apply all the due diligence for security and everything, and don't let anyone else access this file. So that is this. And what you need to do now is basically you click on, so you come back to your putty gen, you click on this load file, and then you basically again go back to the drop wherever you have installed that uh, or copy or private file. Make sure that here you click on all files, and then you will be able to see that SAP HANA private key file that you guys have access to. You just click on it, you just open it up, and then once it will open it up, let me just try to do it myself as well. I'm not gonna go to the end since I already have this SAP HANA and open it up. So it's basically saying successfully imported foreign key, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then you will click on save the private key button on it. So once you will click on save the private key, are you sure you want to save this key without a passphrase to protect it? You say yes. And then the file format is ppk. You can give a name to SAP HANA private key, for example. And then wherever you want to save it, just make sure you save it on your personal hard drive. No more Dropbox or any network drive. It has to be on your local drive. So that is that. And then I will get out of this. And then so once you are done with everything, you have successfully generated the private key out of the public key that you have downloaded from Amazon, and which was placed at Amazon at Dropbox. Now once you are done with that, you go back to putty, you click on it, and then you basically uh, um, um, click type any name you want. For example, SAP HANA session, whatever, right? And then you basically click on here, and you type the host name with the username associated with. I'm going to tell you what. So basically, you will paste that, and the value is of that is uh, so here in my case I already have SAP HANA AWS settings as a session stored. So I named my version as SAP HANA-AWS. You can also do that as well. And then this is the whole host name. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to actually put this under Dropbox so that you all get an access to where it is. So AWS credentials, click on that. Actually, I should say AWS host key, AWS host key, and then click new. Um, um, the host name SSH. Actually, host. Yeah, public host name, and then control V. So this is your earlier, what we were making. So we were not using this root user. So make sure that you have to, use this use. So just basically for now, You just copy and paste the whole thing, and then paste it over here. Okay. And then you just make sure that you click on save. So once you will save it, then you will go to connection over here. You will expand the SSH, and then you will click on auth, and then you will browse to that private key that you have generated on your hard disk. So in my case, it's sitting on my local disk, and this is the key SAP HANA or PPK that I had generated out of Patigen a few minutes ago. So I will click on that file, and I will get to this version, and then I will go back to my so just let everything else as is. You don't need to change anything else. Just go back to the session, and then click on save one more time to make sure that that key that you had imported is now saved in this session of SAP HANA AWS. So once you are done with all these things, just click on open, and then you will see that you are into the Amazon box without entering any user ID and password. So now it's basically prompting you, hey, what can I do for you? So here, if I basically so the first step so that is that. So we are done with the SSH setup. You are now you can log in successfully through SSH to the remote AWS box and everything. Now I'm starting is another topic which basically tell you how to start the HANA server. Okay, so remember, if I told you that there are two steps that you have to do once you will start the Amazon server. You just don't leave it with that step. You actually need to do a second step, which is kicking off the SAP HANA server, and that's what it is. So you go to the Amazon server, you start the server and everything, and then you will come in, you SSH into the Amazon server, and then you will basically do su dash HDB ADM. HDB ADM is the username. So now you are basically sudoed to that user, which is the root user of the SAP HANA server. And then basically you do start HDB. I'm not gonna start because I already have that started server, or maybe I can stop it and start it for you guys if you want. Do you guys want it, or are you guys okay with this for now?
I'm okay with this for now. You don't have to start it.
Okay, all right. Um, so once you will start it, it will just start a server, and then you're all good to go, and then you will move on. But if you want HDB info, this is a command to see. Okay. Um, what was the let me stop the recording. All right, so it's case sensitive. So if you want to see the status of the server, just make sure that you type HDB capital and then info, and then you can see the status of the server, which is basically showing that the server processes are up and running and everything is good to go. So that's it. Okay.